Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends and family, brothers and sisters, our coaches, and our favorite guests. Welcome to our Thursday session. I hope and believe that we are going to be inspired today. We welcome our online audience. May God bless you as you are going to be inspired by great speakers today. I am Master Coach at Talent NC. I always start by saying everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is foolish. Let the fish swim and let the baboons climb trees. Choose where you are, and may God bless you. For this reason, we have two guests. Before we introduce them, can you clap hands for yourself for being here? Thank you. We have two guests, but this time we are going to give a platform to our first guest, who is Coach Savi. Coach Savi is a project specialist with over 17 years of broad experience in human resources, marketing, sales, and project management. She holds a postgraduate diploma in NGO project management. She is a certified marriage and family counselor for TIMFA USA. Can we give a round of applause for Coach Savi as she comes up front? Halala.
Thank you. Yes. People always say, I'm confident, I'm bold, and I'm a strong woman. But was I born like that? No. I faced tons of challenges in my life, in my day-to-day life. How do I navigate those challenges? I use resilience. I'm a go-getter. I don't give up in life. When I face challenges, I use them as my stepping stones. I know I'm not the only person facing challenges. You are facing your own unique challenges too. I need two people to share some of the challenges that they are facing in life. Can I have two people to share some of the challenges that they are facing in life? Yes, madam at the back.
I was facing challenges of low self-esteem and anxiety and self-doubt.
Okay. Yes, gentlemen.
Thank you. I was facing a challenge, currently I'm facing a challenge of prioritizing tasks and managing time.
Thank you so much for sharing. You are not the only people who are facing life challenges. We all do. But how do we navigate these challenges using resilience? That is what we are going to be talking about today. By the way, I'm Coach Savi. I'm going to be talking about how do we navigate life challenges with resilience. Resilience is the ability to be able to overcome challenges and move forward. It's a skill that we require for us to be able to navigate the challenges of life. But have you wondered, some people when they face challenges, they stumble, they break up. Why? It's because they lack resilience. We've got other people who face the same challenges, but they continue with life as if nothing is happening to them. Why? It's because they have resilience. How do we then cultivate resilience so that we become resilient people? It's a journey, it's a process, it's not a one-day thing. We need to cultivate it just like the way we exercise our muscles, our physical body when we do exercises. We take months and years to build our muscles. That's exactly what we do with resilience. It also takes time. We have to meet setbacks, trials, problems, so that we are able to build our resilience. We've got two types of challenges that we face in life. The challenges that we face, number one, is external challenges. Challenges that are beyond our control. Things that we've got no power over. Things like death, being born into poverty. We don't choose such things. We've got internal problems, things that are within our control, things that we can control, things like bad habits. We can change bad habits. We can change our financial difficulties that we face every day. How then do we navigate? What sort of strategies do we put in place? I'm going to talk about 4 things that we can do. The first thing that we need to do is to train our mindset. We need to train our mindset so that we can adjust and adapt when we face challenges in life. We need to train our mindset so that we are able to face the challenges that we meet in life with resilience, with the power, saying to ourselves, you know what, this is a process, it shall pass. We train our minds to do that. We also need to train our minds to drift away from negative things. When we drift away, what do? We concentrate more on the positive affirmations that can give us the power and the strength to move forward. Number 2, we need to cultivate strong relationships with people that we call friends and families. Those are our support systems. Those people will be a shoulder to lean on when we are overwhelmed by the problems that we face. Those are the same people that will celebrate with us when we succeed in life. So we need to be careful. We don't want to choose people who can dim our lights. We don't want to choose people who are there to drag us down. Let's choose people who are our support system. Number 3, we need to exercise. Exercising makes us relax. Practicing things like yoga, you relax. If you exercise in the morning, if you walk or take a run, you gain strength. You forget about your stresses. We can also apply that. The other thing that we can also do is to be able to reflect, self-reflection. Yes, we are facing problems, and we will keep on facing problems. But as much as we are facing these problems, we also have got positive lessons out of these problems. Let's learn from the problems that we've experienced in our lives. Of all the problems that we have faced, if I ask each one of you what they've learned from their previous experiences and the strategies that they would put in place so that the same experience do not happen in their lives, you will definitely do that. That's exactly what the former First Lady of the United States of America did, Michelle Obama. When she was racially bashed by people and when she was criticized, she did not give up. She advocated for the poor people. She advocated on issues to do with poverty and health. Why? Because she is a resilient lady. I want you to read a book which is titled The Light We Carry. There are so many stories to do with resilience which are written in that book. I know in your own circles, you've got people that you look up to, people who are resilient. Take notes from those people. Learn 1 or 2 things from those people. What I can only say to you, ladies and gentlemen, is let's be bold. Let's stay strong. Let's not allow our problems to define our destination. Where we are today is not our final destination. Our problems are our stepping stones to success. Let's keep on fighting. We fight. We don't give up. I thank you.
This is ETE Talks Thursday live evening session. A round of applause to Coach Savi. This is interesting. As you are speaking, I was captivated or captured by her thoughts as your ED today, events director. I just want to summarize what I got. 1,000 times.
My name is Patience Chiamakov. So today I'm going to be presenting on raising male children who can accommodate independent women. So as African societies, we used to live in a very patriarchal society, where men used to be the heads of families and where women used to do household duties and bearing children. However, there's been a shift which is still ongoing, where we've seen women taking many leadership roles, where we've seen women taking very influential positions, be it in the society, be it at the workplace, even in the families. However, despite these initiatives, it seems like, okay, despite these initiatives that are being done, it seems like there are still individuals, there are still other communities, there are still other institutions who are having a hard time in accommodating independent women. Many efforts are being put in place to make sure the girl child is equipped, to make sure we empower the girl children. However, there are no efforts, rather, which are being put in place to make sure that men are equipped to accommodate independent women, since we used to be a patriarchal society. So at the end of the day, women are facing challenges where at workplaces they are they are involved, but they are not really involved in whatever that will be taking place. Women are included in, they are just included, but when it comes to making decisions, they are not that included. So what are the challenges of having men which are not equipped to accommodate independent women? One of the challenges that we have of having men who are not equipped to accommodate independent women is increased gender violence, increased gender-based violence. It is noted that approximately 39.4% of women have been subjected to physical violence, and some are even subjected to sexual abuse. Where is that coming from? It's coming from the fact that our societies are mainly patriarchal. As a result, men, they feel that their power or their influence in the homes, it lies in aggression or exerting force. One of also another challenge is reinforcement of gender stereotypes. As we can see, despite these initiatives, the fact that we have these male children who are growing up in patriarchal societies, it's reinforcing gender-based, it's reinforcing gender stereotypes, despite all these efforts that are being made. We have also seen a very high divorce rate of late, and it is also noted that 20% of Zimbabwean marriages, they end up in divorce. Where is this coming from? We have got our girl children who are being told that, you know what, my daughter, the sky is the limit. And then we've got these male children who are growing up in patriarchal society where they are being told that they are the heads of the family, everything revolves around them. And these girl children, they are now empowered to take care of themselves, to take care of everything. Some, they even earn more than their husbands. At the end of the day, when the husbands feel like they are not really in control, most marriages are ending up in divorce. And also, we have also noted a high rate of suicide of late, and it is estimated that 703,000 people die by suicide each year, and most of that number is attributed to male suicide. Even in Zimbabwe, of late, there have been a lot of male suicide. Where is it coming from? These men, they are no longer the prize like it used to be. So yeah, this has been another challenge that we have been facing as a result of having male children who are not equipped to accommodate independent women. So what is it that we should do to make sure our male children are equipped to accommodate independent women? As there are different types of socialization. There is primary socialization, there is secondary socialization. Families, parents, and communities being the primary form of socialization, we have got the duty to make sure that we equip our male children to be able to accommodate independent women. The moment these children, they go to school or they go to work, it's already late for them to instill those values. I heard the statement which said it's better to correct a 10-year-old than to correct your husband. So what is it that we should do at our homes to make sure that we equip the male children? So there is need for us as parents, as communities, to model healthy relationships in our homes. We should demonstrate equality by showing mutual respect and partnership as a family, as a married couple. It's important for the children to know that there is mutual respect in this family. The mom is respected, the dad is respected equally. The moment they go out there, they will know that female colleagues, they're just as important as male colleagues. And it's also important for us as parents to make sure that we introduce our boy children to diverse role models, including females, so that when they come across a powerful female at work, they will not feel intimidated or feel small because of that. It's also important for us as parents, as communities, to encourage emotional intelligence in our children. Like I have said, we have seen the high rate of suicide that has been happening, and most of it which is coming from males. So as families, from a very young age, we should encourage emotional intelligence by teaching our boy children how to express their emotions, how to communicate effectively, which includes empathy development, journaling and daily checks. And also we should never mind. Also, we should promote and adopt gender equality in parenting. I've noticed there are some households where an important decision cannot be made when the father of the house is not there. Nothing can be said. And as our children, as they are growing up in these kinds of environments, is that male child is going to become a father. He's just going to, we are actually reinforcing what gender stereotyping. You know, when I'm not around, nothing will take place. So what should we do? We should promote gender. We should promote and adopt gender equality in parenting. We should talk about these traditional gender roles and challenge them. As parents in our homes, we should share responsibilities. In our houses, we should share responsibilities. Like I've noticed, most of the parents, as they have their male children, when they are growing up, they'll be doing everything for them. The moment this guy grows up, they'll say, you should get a wife. We cannot continue doing this for you. So already, these male children, they've got this mentality that I should get a wife to take care of me, to wash after me, to clean after me. We are already instilling these gender stereotypes. The moment these men are getting married, they think the wife is supposed to do everything after him. But the girls, they are also being empowered. They are being told the sky is the limit. They already have goals and purposes for themselves, which are not really attached to the husband. At the end of the day, we are seeing a lot of divorces due to that. We should also foster independence in our male children. Like I have said before, we should teach them self-sustenance by encouraging them skills like cooking, cleaning, I've been observing a lot of divorces on the marriages of people who are relocating. They are coming from the society where the man is the prize, is the head of the family, everything is done after him, but then they are relocating. Their marriage is now all about partnership. People are now working together equally, with women even contributing better than men. So we should now redefine what it means to be a man in the house. It's not all about being kuchikiwa stereki as a father because you are a man, but now the definition has changed. We should now educate them that there is need for partnership, there is need for supportiveness, there is need for vulnerability for them to have successful relationship. And we should also reject aggressive behavior and teach them that aggression is not a sign of strength. We should also encourage collaboration in our homes. We should encourage group projects. We should encourage cooperation, as this will instill collaboration at a very young age. When they go to work, when they see female colleagues, they will not be threatened. They will know this is what it is. We should also provide safe spaces for discussion at our homes. We should create an environment where they feel safe to discuss their thoughts and feelings about women in relationship without judgment. Like I've said, there are very high suicidal rates in Zimbabwe, and most of them are being caused by relationships. So we should encourage them to share their thoughts and feelings. We should allow them to ask questions about gender dynamics, relationships, and guiding them with thoughtful responses. I think this is the end of my presentation. So if there's someone would want to add something, would want to subtract anything, or just, contribute to this presentation, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Coach Patience, for the presentation. I'm so intrigued by the way you presented. So I just want to add on something in terms of scope of gender socialization. Whereby you find that a lot of work nowadays, and also nowadays at home, people, us as males, were being taught in terms of household issues. So if I tell you, I'll provide a practical example of myself. At our household, we are one of which is 2 males and then 1 female. So from the age of 8 up until now, that's when we started doing household chores. It's actually important because why? Because it meant that in the event that people may travel, or in the event that I get married, I won't be waiting for my wife to return from work, waiting for her to cook, but rather I would have start ahead whilst waiting for her. So I think it's very important for us as males to take into cognizance issues of such, and also assist the females wherever we can, especially with the chores. I enjoy that part. Thank you.
Thank you. Coach, you can go ahead.
Thank you so much, Coach Patience. I'm also a mother to boys, and I relate very well to what you've presented. What I liked most is the point to do with shared responsibilities. I see it working. I'm here today. I've got a 16-year-old and a 13-year-old. When I get home, supper will be ready. They do the cooking. I don't have a maid. I think kuva mwari grade 5, mwari grade 6. So it's really good to train our kids. And we don't need to bring them up as stereotypes, or maybe to think that if they're baby boys, they are superior than baby girls. We need to treat them equally. So you gave a really brilliant presentation, and thank you for that.
Okay, thank you, Coach. You are doing a very good thing.
Thank you so much, Coach Patience. I also want to just add on, at the end of the day, Tasiri, the most, you said it all, but I always like to put God at the end.
Thank you.
Yes, so I just want to encourage, I've got 4 daughters, but now we have to agree to my boys now. So I'd like to teach what you taught us to my daughter, to teach her boys. Also, as a grandmom, I can also teach them.
Yes.
But the most important thing is for them to be trained up in God, in the ways of God, to top it all up. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Anyone?
Thank you so much, Coach. What a powerful presentation. I think for me, I just want also to add an input. I think it is also good to expose our children to issues like exposing our children to leadership positions at an early stage. Because as for me, I was born in a family of 7, 6 boys and 1 girl. So you could realize that by assigning tasks, like for instance, my father is a farmer, so we have a plot. So sometimes you could be assigned some challenging tasks, for example, yielding kettles. Sometimes it's very, very challenging because you'll be dealing with stubborn kettles. But that will teach you to be resilient and also to be diligent, hardworking, accountable. So I believe that we also need to impart that in our children. Then also the issue of self-awareness. I think as a parents, we also need to come up with strategic systems so that our children, they discover themselves at an early stage. Then after they discover themselves, then we try to mentor them in what they are interested or in what they are passionate about, so that they discover themselves early. Then also on the issue of responsibility, I think we also need to help our children to understand the issue of responsibilities, like paying bills, how to be a man, hardworking. Yeah, I think that's my input. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Coach. My contribution on this one
I would like to say, as we grow, let's have fun in the issues of life. I normally say they are called life skills for both boys and girls, because we now also have girls who say, you are teaching me this so that I can save the boys. You get what I'm saying? So let's teach our children that this that I'm teaching you, how to spread your bed, how to wash your things, it's called life skills, because you really need them for yourself rather than for the next person. If you are going to go to Australia or Canada today, you are going to do that for yourself. And then other people around you will benefit from your skills so that they have fun in doing it. I've learned that if you talk about someone, then they'll say, why should I, including the boys, they rebel if you say, do this so that you save your wife. So let's say it's life skills that every human being must have. Cooking, washing did not start today. I'm from another generation, so I saw my father doing it. He was, my father was born in 1928. That was his date of birth. He was a very good cook. I learned tenderite steak from him. It's attitude. So also as we teach our children, let's remove the attitude. I don't know how to put it across, but the attitude with this generation to say, let's not emphasize the gender issues. You lose both sides. Let's talk about it. It's a skill that will help you look after, because the man is going to have children that you will also love. They should enjoy him. Let's talk about the positive things. If it's saving someone, there will be rebellion. That's for me. Just even if they can do it, they will stubbornly not do it to prove a point.
Okay.
So let's just make sure we manage also the process to say the reasons we are doing it for, they are for whose benefit.
For you.
If you overemphasize doing it for the girl child on the boy child, they won't take the same. The reverse is true. For the girl child doing it to save them, then they'll say, I did my degree and my master's and whatever. But these things have nothing to do with our achievements. They have something to do with where humanity is. Whether you went to school or you didn't, we must learn the life skills. That's my contribution.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, mine is a question, but I want to start by saying I strongly believe that you can't empower a girl child by degrading a boy child. You can't also empower an African by degrading a white man. When we remove a white man, where do we stand as Africans? When we remove the boy child, where do we stand as ladies, as girls? So you realize that in our African context, we know that the man must stamp authority. A weak man is a man who cannot decide for his family. But at the same time, he can't say, just because I'm not there, don't make decisions, as she was saying. So my question then comes in to say, in as much as boys should do all the roles, what's the motive behind? Because right now we find ladies who are being educated, they go to school, they get their degrees in universities, they are using that degree, and some will even tell you, I won't marry before graduation. Why? They want to bring a degree so that they silence you as a man. Without that degree, so what are you bringing? You mean that I respect you only because you have a degree. I don't respect you as a human being. What is it that is pushing you to do what you are doing? If you are saying as a man, I should cook, are you doing it with the girl empowerment mentality that if you don't this thing will break. Or you're saying, assist me as a lover, as somebody who chose me because I'm human, not because I'm weak. So I think maybe I have answered myself. Love should be the foundation of everything. Otherwise, toxicity has risen because of girl empowerment, neglecting the boy child. And at the same time, the boy child should understand that a lady is not a weaker person. She can decide by herself. She can make decisions that are informed, that can change even the environment at home. So if that is emphasized, we are going to have healthy relationships with love, man.
Thank you, Coach. Okay.
Good evening. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. Thank you, ma'am. My generations, usually, my generations, I think prepare next generation. For 20s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Takatora our boy child. Pani waruma jerry, my drug addicts, and but not my junk. Varunguzoti hapa pasina future is just existing. But also my family setup tine male side, female side. We know kuti vakadzi vakafirwa kana kuti marriage yakaramba. Sekuru kana someone wechirume anofanira kunge aine ruoko pamwana mukomana. For future to be better. Because currently the empowerment irikwanda kwakadzi hayo usually. Kuzoti itire kuti titaure zvevarume ungonzi murume anozvionera. Hava express my feelings out, but vana vanokudzwa ine family setup yekuti either pana sekuru kana kuti baba naamai varipo. Kashoma kuti mwana ari mujeri, kashoma kuti mwana aita anenge aine malimits. But mwana anokura ana amai pozoti kazhinji vakadzi munoisa hatred yenyu pamwana muchiti muda kufikisa. Kazhinji munozofikisa vanhu vari innocent in the future. Pozoti vana vakuita magay vai vakomana vai. Anto atopanduka badzunguwa. It's rare kuti mwana anobva pana baba naamai achinoenda gay. It's rare. But zvinizvo ndozvakuti independent women vanofanira kueducatwa kuti next generation ichange yakamira sei. Munhu akaita degree it's not passport yekuti adegrade humanity. Pozoda kuti muAfrica muve safe. MuZimbabwe muve safe kuti samwana anozoti majeri anofanira kuti mashoma. Tine case should be ameno kuEurope. Majeri hatori navanhu. But kazhinji kacho vanhu mujeri varume. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone who wants to add something? Thank you guys for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends and brothers, welcome once again to ETA Talks Friday or Thursday evening here at ICMF Boardroom with your favorite presenters. A round of applause for Coach Patience. As you all know, here in coaching, we grow through feedback. That we differ in views and opinions doesn't mean that we must start fighting. We must be able to express ourselves, and that's emotional intelligence. We thank you, our presenters. May God bless you. I always end my sessions by saying, I know that some of you have been asking about this book. I brought some copies, and this is the book which I wrote. Apart from being paid for speaking, I also sell these books, and this is a powerful book, Healing Bleeding Hearts. Let me just read the topics, then I also do the closing remarks. Number 1, life purpose and good character. Number 2, the book of remembrance. Number 3, the book that contains the record of sin. Number 4, painful life encounters. Number 5, the wound of growing up without your parents. Number 6, dealing with suicidal thoughts. Number 7, overcoming fear of rejection. Number 8, protected for a purpose. Number 9, the fear of the future. Chapter 10, forgiveness and family reunion. Chapter 11, the wound of being an orphan. Chapter 12, healing both virgins and those who are not before marriage. Chapter 13, healing an unemployed graduate. Chapter 14, healing widows and widowers. Chapter 15, healing divorced parents and children who are affected. Chapter 16, a letter to high school students. As your ED today, I want to close by my favorite quotation from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. If a man is called to be a street sweeper, he should sweep the streets as Michelangelo painted. He should sweep the streets as Beethoven composed music. He should sweep the streets as Shakespeare composed poetry. He should sweep the streets as Talented Ncube wrote Healing Bleeding Hearts. He should sweep the streets so well that all the host of heaven and earth will pause to say, here lived a great street sweeper. If you can fly, you better run. If you can't run, you better walk. If you can't walk, you better crawl. But by any means, never stop moving. For those who stop moving are dead. Don't die before you die. Aluta continua. Let us meet at MSU this weekend. Those who are going. Thank you. Clap it for me, please. Then we call it a day.